Hey there, winos. This is VINCE.WINE, and today I'm going to pop the cork on Miraval. Brad Pitt, Angelina Jolie, once the nation's sexiest couple, who started this passion project, their Miraval Rosé. Sadly, their relationship didn't stand the test of time, but we're going to see how their wine has held up after this long, and how artistic and worth it it really is. Let's pop the cork on the Miraval on today's Wine Lab Celebrity Edition. All right, let's take just a few minutes to jump into the website. Man, right away, this is really classy, pretty fancy here. It starts with kind of sharing a little bit of their story here. You've got shots of the vineyard, shots of some of the terroir that's there, and of course they're going into their whole branding, which seems to focus on their story about the land, the light, the soul, the inspiration, the work of art. So it's actually a really beautifully put together little video here, and definitely focuses a lot more on, you know, the story of the wine. It looks like they dive deeper into these topics of land and soul and art. So let's just check out what they've got going on there. So if I click on a land here, again, there's that cutout piece of stone, and wow, they actually do go into some of the soil structure here. A land dedicated to greatness, art, legendary wine, and of course that's the Provence or Côte de Provence area, yada yada yada. The land is organized into stone terraces. Here we go. The vineyard's located at an altitude of 350 meters, perfect elevation. Some really pretty pictures of the vineyard there. A vineyard, amazing muse, a symphony of noble materials wrapped in unique daylights. Okay, so there's just a lot of really fancy words basically to say that you've got a really good elevation, and that the vineyard is faced to capture the sunlight in a really perfect way, which is kind of a basic essential in winemaking, but it's just put in this really pretty bouquet, wrapped up with a little bow on top there, just to play up its elegance basically. But let's keep exploring this menu. I'll go into a light. Okay, a light. Wow, beautiful shot there. That's actually really pretty. And as you scroll down, okay, it talks about all the attention that they give it, and that the vineyard is bathed in benevolence and enveloped in desire. Oh my. Really, yeah, this is definitely overplayed, but it is gorgeous, and I can't help but be impressed by how classy this is, and yeah, it does make me really thirsty for the wine. But for kicks, we're gonna keep going through it. A soul with a very abstract image here, you know, and that's the word. I mean, the whole site so far is just this very esoteric and ethereal kind of stuff, I guess, but it sets the tone. Okay, a legendary recording studio. Okay, not really relevant to the wine itself, but apparently the idea is that the area inspires artists. All right, let's wrap this part up here. Oh, nope, it's not wrapped up yet. Now we're in the inspiration. Whoa, check out that cave. That is really, really cool. Yeah, that is a heck of a wine cave. Really nice. Okay, and I was wondering if there was gonna be a reference to Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt in here, and sure enough, here it is. Check this out. The savoir-faire of the Perrin family is united with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie's artistic sensitivity. Okay, together these two formidable forces arouse the exceptional. That's not all they arouse. Cut. Don't put that in there. Let's see. Two forces come together in a unique passion for art. Gosh, this wine just sounds so sexual all of a sudden. Then surrender suddenly to the inspiration that leads to beauty. Wow, my palate is certainly getting turned on here. Let's see. Oh, goodness. And last tab, a work of art. And again, really cool bottle shot there. Unique, masterful, unforgettable, yada, yada, yada. Muse, La Grande Cuvée. All right, Miraval, and then, yeah, just bottle shots, Miraval, La French Riviera there. There you have it. Let's pop the cork on this bad boy and give it a taste and judge for ourselves how exactly artful this thing really is. Wow, check this thing out. I really love the bottle on this. It's got a pretty unique shape to it. So it has this really sort of squatted and more wide shape of a bottle, but it does have sort of a classy look that way. Just this fancy tiny little label in front that shows the Côte de Provence and the label, and then it has the Miraval here on the capsule. And the whole thing sort of has this like peachy kind of color. I really like that. Right away, I think like honey and peaches when I look at it. Sorry about the condensation. It has been chilling for a minute there. Oh, by the way, I talk about terroir a lot on this channel, so stay tuned next week. I'm gonna cover what does terroir really mean. So when we talk about Provence style or Côte de Provence rosé, we're talking about that kind of French dry terroir full style of rosé. Unlike California rosés, which actually tend to finish with mostly fruit, and a lot of times can be kind of on the sweeter side as well. You never know if that terroir is really gonna come out of the bottle, and it just depends on the quality. So I'm excited to see how does this really hold up with quality. Let's pop the cork. Whoa, just from popping the cork, I really get some strong aromatics. I like to check the cork for a little bit of TCA. I want to make sure that it's not tainted with cork taint. The wine is clean and kind of cool. I don't know how well you can see that, but it says Miraval. I kind of feel like a pirate when I have to hold the bottle from the neck like this, sort of pouring the rum. Wow, that is a really beautiful sort of coppery peach color on there, and the wine is very, very clear as well. It's really bright in the glass, and as I turn the glass like this, I'm not getting a whole lot of legs, telling me that it's got a little bit of a lower end viscosity, so I'm willing to bet this wine is pretty crisp. But I don't notice those little bubbles that sometimes float up and dance on the surface there, so I'm hoping that this isn't gonna be a flabby wine. But let me not get ahead of myself. Let's take the nose, and then we'll put it on the palate. Oh, wow, this wine is really aromatic, but the first thing that hits me is actually all of that really pretty fruit. I'm getting nothing but these sort of stone fruits and orchard fruits. Lots of peaches out of there. Lots of pear, little tangerine in there. Not so much to orange, but definitely more on the stone fruit side. So think like apples, and yeah, just like this rich honey, kind of apricots. Ooh, apricots, definitely. And then underneath that is all that really pretty minerality, that sort of French saltiness that comes from Provence. Okay, let's put it on the palate. I hate to say it, it's kind of flabby. It's like silk as it enters on the palate for sure. It is soft and pretty, absolutely. It's aromatic, and one thing that the wine has going for it, oh man, that's got a long finish. I can really, really taste it. Even now, it's just going and going. And I'm left with mostly that fruit and sort of salty minerality, so that's beautiful. It does have this really long reach. Yeah, what's funny is all the flavor is certainly there, but the mouthfeel just leaves a little bit to be desired. Hey, what can I say? For 36 bucks, this is a really nice buy, and in fact, I think it was 36 with shipping. It might even have been like 26. I don't remember what it was. I'll put the the actual price here on the screen. It's this much. I could smell this wine all day long, and again, it has a nice bright long finish too. It's got a medium amount of acidity on there, so it's going to hold up to any foods that you might be enjoying. Lighter fare, certainly. Seafood, sushi, fish, that kind of thing. Chicken, maybe. I really want to love this, and I don't, and that's making me so sad because I'm never here to be a wine snob and tear down wine, and this is totally drinkable, and yeah, it's enjoyable, but is it the best rosé I've ever had? I'm sorry, it's just not. What's the vintage on this bad boy? Wow, this is a 2019 too, so this is probably as fresh as it's gonna get. Alcohol here is 13% alcohol, and oh no, can you see this? It says the art of rosé. Oh no, Brad, Angelina, I'm sorry. I put your rosé to the test. It didn't pass with me overall. I'm so sorry, guys. But hey, you know what? We tried it, and you have to be adventurous when it comes to wine. You do. You just try more wine, see what's out there, see who's doing what, and some of them are going to be great, and some of them are going to be just fine. Again, totally drinkable. You know what? They say that if you want to make a small fortune in the wine world, you got to start with a large fortune. So these guys put their money to something that they're passionate about, obviously. I mean, did you see the website? And that's so cool to be able to do something that you are passionate about. And what can I say? I'm gonna enjoy the rest of this bottle. I'm not gonna turn my nose up to it. And in full honesty, I'm probably gonna enjoy the rest of it tonight. So now that they're split up, I don't know what's gonna be next for them. I highly doubt that they're gonna produce a new wine together. But if they do, I will be there to see how their art has developed. If you enjoyed what you saw here today, please leave me a like. That helps a lot. Share this video with your wine friends. And until next time, winos, drink safe and drink well. I'm actually going to have this with sushi tonight. I do expect that to be pretty good.